Lisa, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
So
Lisa, I am so intrigued by your mission, reducing preventable harm. And your background spans from military to medical product development, which is just fascinating. When did you know this was your mission, and how did it take shape with your first product?
I think that's a great question. Thanks, Cherie. It really wasn't until I was forming Kemo Sabe that when I reflected back and thought about, what the common thread was between all the projects that I was really passionate about and the devices that I had, the many diverse projects I'd done and what I had been involved in. And that really was the common thread, was that, reducing preventable harm. So that was really the idea that the company was founded on. And my first products were with Jerome Medical. And at the time, there was a big issue with skin breakdown and issues in the ICU while they were trying to stabilize patients who had neck trauma. Mm-hmm. And for one of the first products I designed was the Miami J collar and Jerome cervical spine system product line. And what was great about that was that I had the opportunity to work with all of the leading trauma centers kind of worldwide. A lot of the leading trauma centers are Adams Cali at the University of Maryland, Harborview at Washington State, University of Miami, and University of Pennsylvania, and those places. So I got to learn a whole lot about it and develop those products that were meeting that unmet need.
Now, I've got to ask you, what was do you think, most impactful product when you were CEO for Combat Medical? What do you think was the most? Because that's fascinating. I mean, you're dealing with, saving our military people's lives here.
Yeah. So, Combat Medical mission was great. It's to simplify tactical medicine. And I think there were multiple products that, filled that need. One of the main products for Combat Medical was hemostatic gauze. Combat Medical commercialized combat gauze in the military. And we designed basically things from use on the battlefield, from injury during care under fire through during tactical field care and to tactical evacuation.
Isn't that amazing, Joe?
Well, Lisa, maybe you could help me, because you understand you're just way over my head, right? So let's can we bring it down for just a second here? Describe for me, when you talk about partnering with multi-clients, right? Are they coming to you asking for this help, or are you going to them with, I've got an idea to help? How's that work?
I think it's a combination of both, and that's another great question, Joe. So I think it's a combination of both, but I've been blessed to have a strong network and have people coming to me saying, here's my challenge, here's the problem that we need to address, here's a market that we're not addressing that we want to, explore or commercialize this technology in. And so that's where, I can come in and, also blessed with a great network of folks that I can bring in to help out and address those, plan for those.
I'm curious, when you guys come up with this product or service that you believe is going to be helpful, when you talk about commercializing, is it the expectation that it will expand outside of the military, or does it stay their ownership and their proprietary product that they're using? How does that work?
Or medical, yeah, right.
So with Combat Medical, the space there was tactical medicine. So it was from the battlefield through tactical evacuation. So the product fit in there. It could be used in civilian, tactical medical applications as well. But that really there's a whole process to doing that, whole different channels and so forth. So, it depends, but that is one area that a company like Kemo Sabe can help, because they can explore those alternate channels for companies that don't have dedicated folks in those areas.
Well, another thing that is impressive, that you're not only advisor to companies that are seeking to advance and commercialize new products, innovative products, but you're also an advisor to angel and venture capital investors that want to know they're making a good investment, and you're one as well. So can you share a little bit, for anyone who might be seeking that option, what are you telling these investors that business owners need to know?
Sure. I mean, I think that obviously if you don't have cash, then you're not in business. So, right?
Well, I've got some clients who think otherwise, but yeah, you're right.
So I think it's really important to think about how you are, what resources you need to support the business. And I'm personally a big fan of bootstrapping, and also looking at the banks and small business association for loans, because then you're not giving up equity and you're not giving up a part of your business. You can retain that. However, there are certain technology, certain applications that you want to have partners that have not only cash but have expertise that you can use to help, and you can leverage their networks as well. So with angel investors, these are generally high net worth individuals who are looking for early stage investment opportunities, and where they can really can invest in the business that's exciting to them, and where they may be able to contribute expertise, from their network.
Right.
So what they're typically looking for is something close to home, where there's an experienced and dedicated staff or advisory team, and they have a sound business concept. Again, very early stage, addressing a large target market, and a good fit is typically an investment of like $50,000 to $100,000 for somebody that's looking to raise, about a couple $100,000 to $1 million.
Right.
But then VC and private equity are more focused on later stage companies or later stage investment opportunities. Private equity will generally want control of the business when they buy it. Venture capital are really looking for larger entities with a proven track record.
And they want to return pretty quickly too.
Yeah. I mean, they'll invest, but they're either bringing it into a portfolio or they're trying to strategically get a large return on that investment. So they'll be in specialty target sectors. They will look for formal IP and different
great differentiated. That's
business models,
huge, because I don't think a lot of people, right, Joe? A lot of people don't understand.
No. They need somebody like Lisa to walk them through. This is what I've got. Give me my options on this level.